Welcome back. This is the final session for the eCom Power Summit. This is our last of the 3 days. I hope you've enjoyed everything. We've got a really great panel happening today. And as you can see, my special guest is Amy Weiss. And I don't think anybody needs any introduction. You're very well known in the space. But Amy, why don't you just let everybody know just a little bit about who you are?
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm so happy to be here. I'm Amy Weiss. I started selling on Amazon in 2007. I added Walmart to my repertoire in, oh geez, I don't even remember. It was probably 2019 or 2020 in there. And I also sell to brick and mortar retailers, and it's been just a wild ride. I'm an inventor. I invented a product for cats. And during that process, I found it to be kind of tough. There wasn't like a great explanation of how to take something totally new and make it from scratch and put it on the market. Find a supplier, get a mold done, all of that. And so I just really wanted to figure it out and help other people along the way. And that's how my company, Amazing at Home, was born. And now we've helped thousands of brands launch private label products on Amazon, Walmart, and beyond. And lately, as Norm knows, I've been dabbling in AI and teaching not only private label brand owners how to develop products with AI, but agencies how to automate their processes with AI, and also teaching manufacturers how to implement AI into their product development processes. So I'm just delighted to be here and excited to be on this AI panel.
I can't wait. Now, we're still waiting for a couple of guests to show up. So while we're doing this, I just want to give a quick thank you to some of our sponsors, because we've said this time and time again throughout this 3-day session, but we could not have done it without you. So first of all, I wanted to thank VAA Philippines, Galad Freeman over there. Not only is he a sponsor, but he's also giving away some really incredible bonuses with the All Access Pass, and that's 10 hours of free VA service. Also, Colin Campbell, he just launched a #1 book. I think it hit 3 different categories: entrepreneurship, business, and e-commerce. And it's called Start, Scale, Exit, Repeat. It was published by Forbes just last week, and it's already hit. I was predicting this, but it's already hit #1 all over the place. Also, as I mentioned earlier, we didn't know Quartile was doing anything with Walmart until I got an email just recently. So we contacted them and they decided that they were going to sponsor. So thank you, Quartile. And by the way, anybody who's not done any work with Walmart PPC, they're waiving their charges, their management fees for 1 year. So I thought that was awesome. Also, we have Seller Great, which has come on, and thank you so much. I know that there's been a few inquiries since we've been running the summit about Seller Great, and also Connect Books. Thank you. eCom Creative, thank you. And that's Mikal. So thank you, Mikal. It's easier to do it with a co-host. And I want to be completely transparent. I am a co-founder of Honu Worldwide, and we decided to sponsor this as well. So that's it. Now I can come back and do the fun stuff. Amy, it's you and me.
It's us. We're hanging out.
This reminds me of times in Turkey where we just sit down, have a coffee together, eat, and talk. So let's do that.
It is always great when we two friends get to hang out, because it's not just us. We have all these people here live watching us today, and they're probably wondering, why should we sit and listen to Norm and Amy mumble? And I'm just curious, Norm, I know you've been getting into AI lately, and people might wonder, they're here at this eCom Power Summit where there's a large focus on Walmart. And how do you think people should be focusing on and integrating artificial intelligence into their e-commerce businesses?
Well, there's A lot of different ways. Now there are apps that can help you out tremendously, but just going from just doing your regular competitive research, you can draw out the best of those competitors. You can draw out the keywords. And by the way, I would do keyword research through, Helium 10 is is provided a lot of prizes. Wally Smarter is involved, but get those keywords because they are different than Amazon. Create those different silos, and then still build content around those keywords. We were showing that today with the listing optimization. In the titles, there's a very specific format, but you can put specific keywords in there or make something slightly engaging. Walmart's got a very different approach than Amazon. But when you get into your description, that description has to be a minimum of 150 words. And this is where your copy can come into play, and you can interweave engagement because of the tone of the AI. So you can really make it engaging, have the most popular keywords up front in your first couple of paragraphs, and then make it fairly long where you can interweave all of that good stuff. So that's quickly what we do. And then we also use AI to figure out the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to reviews. So there's a few things, Amy. I know you're going to hit it with about 20 or 30 little points there, but go for it.
I love it. Norm, you just gave me so many cool ideas because you talked about how Walmart has a different format than Amazon. And one of my most popular YouTube videos is me and Mikal talking about the difference between Amazon listings and Walmart listings and how we don't just copy paste, right? So you just talked about, and people have learned in this summit, how to write their Walmart listings in a way that play to the, well, hello. Speaking of this girl I was just talking about, she's here.
Oh.
Hello. So I think the cool thing that people can do once they know the format requirements, right? You can write down those format requirements and you have your list of keywords from Wally Smarter or from Helium 10 for Walmart. Then you can actually prompt your AI tool. So what I do with ChatGPT is I tell it, I say, okay, I'm selling this product on Amazon, and I'll even, depends if I have web access or not. And I can do this on Bing Chat or Google Bard too. Even if you don't have ChatGPT, you can use other ones that are free and available to you. And you can give it a web link and you can say, okay, I'm writing a product listing. I'm this brand. I'm selling this product on Walmart.com. And here's a little bit about their requirements. My title has to be this, and then I have a description that has to be this. Also, I want you to incorporate these keywords, and you can put in a keyword list, and then you can say, and also I want you to take into account these 3 competitor listings. And then what I like to do is tell the AI, this is what's different about my product that I'm trying to sell. So these are the competitors, but my product has this. So this is what's different about my product, so that it doesn't write a bunch of false information about your product, right? And I love doing that because what I'll do is I'll prompt the AI, I'll give it a whole list. I'll tell it, your job is to write me this listing with these parameters, and I'm going to feed you the following information. And I'll tell it, first, I'm going to give you my competitors' listings. Next, I'm going to give you my keyword list. Next, I'm going to give you more information about my product. Are you ready? And it'll say, yes, Amy, I'm ready to write your listing. I understand what I'm supposed to do. Go ahead and feed me the information about your product or information about your whatever you told it first, right? And then I'll feed it that information. Okay, got it. Go ahead and feed me the next thing. That way you don't run into token limits and you don't have to copy and paste this whole huge thing. So you give the AI the command, you tell it who it is and what you want it to do. You tell it its parameters, and then you prompt it to prompt you for that information. So you go, okay, great. Here's the listing of my competitor. Here's the information about my product. here's another, here's a list of keywords, and then it'll go ahead and write your listing for you. So that is a really great way for people to use the information that they've learned during the eCom Power Summit to help them write their Walmart listings. Now, of course, you still need to look at the data that comes out of that and make sure that it's good. I love to then take it. What I do is I'll take whatever ChatGPT spit out, right? And I'll put that back into a keyword tool that does listings. And I'll just double check and see which keywords, are that I've used or haven't used, just to double check, if there's a keyword score there, or if I want to fit in anything else. But that would be a good way to get started.
Amy, one thing I'm just curious, because I found, and there's a million apps, and we'll probably touch on a few of them, but one that I found very helpful lately is just summarize everything. And what happens is whenever you type in a search for anything, it comes up with the response from ChatGPT, a response from Claude, a response from Bard and Bing. And so you can go back and forth and compare. It's just like looking at CNN and Fox, completely different views.
Are you talking about web chat GPT, or are you talking about?
No, web chat GPT kind of does that too. But,
okay.
It's called Summarize Everything.
Man, Norm, you're adding a new tool to my list.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I love that.
One other thing I wanted to add, and I come from the press release world. So you take negative and you turn it into a positive. And with what you're doing, Amy, it sounds like you could easily go extract all the negative and positive from your competition. I'm talking about reviews, and just say, spin this negative into a positive based on my content. Have you done that?
And well, you can, but what I learned from our friend Paul Barron, sometimes with the AI tools, you'll notice if you use an AI tool like ChatGPT or Bard or whatever, after a while you start talking with it and it starts kind of forgetting.
Yes. Yeah.
Did in the beginning of your conversation, you're like, why are you talking gobbledygook? Like, this doesn't make any sense, right? So what I like to do is set up my conversations in ChatGPT for different topics. So for example, I have one just for my Wednesday Wisdom live streams. And what I do to prevent ChatGPT from forgetting the commands I originally gave it, is I simply scroll up, and wherever I gave it the original command for a different guest, I click edit and I change the guest name. I copy and paste in the bio, click submit, and it's like fresh right then and there, right? So that's one trick for people. But what you just talked about is the reviews, right? And that's a lot of data. And sometimes it might not read it properly. So I would use other tools, integrative tools. One way to do it would be to use something like Zapier that will go ahead and pull up a web page. You can look at a specific web page and pull up the reviews or whatever, or summarize data, or you could download the reviews. And there's ChatGPT plugins where you can upload a file and it can read more of a file sometimes. But the other thing
under code interpreter or data analyzer.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing I like to do too is use Google Sheets with the API. That way I can give it prompts. So the other day I built a blog post generator with Google Sheets with the API. So I put in my prompts, and then it calls the API and it applies the prompt, and then it gives me an output. And after that, then every cell in the worksheet builds on that. So it'll write the outline of the blog, and then next I ask it for the tags. Next, I ask it for the social media posts that will go along with that blog. Next, I ask it for the hashtags. Next, I ask it for the metadata for the website post. Basically, so all the blog data is done. But then to write the blog, because there are also limits inside of the Google Sheets API, I actually have another worksheet tab where if I copy and paste data from the first worksheet tab into it, Zapier pulls it and based on that outline calls ChatGPT to write the actual blog. So I get ideas in the Google Sheet and it's all automated. All I have to do is enter the first prompt and then everything else fills in, versus the difference would be otherwise I'd be having a new conversation with ChatGPT every time I needed to
All
write
the time. Yeah.
So you could do that same thing for your listings. You could write, like, I'm writing a Walmart listing. Here are the parameters, and you could just do that over and over again very easily with a Google Sheet and one prompt.
So I was talking, and sorry, I've been just asking these questions, but just interrupt me, Mikal, if you've got,
Hi,
things.
how everyone? Everybody's doing good today?
Everybody's doing great.
Good.
And
Amy, so good to see you. You look glowing today.
Likewise, great to see you too.
For being stuck in traffic. So there's a few things. And first of all, I don't know about this. I'm asking if you know, either of you know. I know Wally Smarter has an AI built in for Walmart listings. Has Helium 10 come out with anything like that?
I'm not sure.
I think I heard something with they do have something. Yeah, we should have asked
We should ask Carrie last night.
Yeah, I can ask her now, but I think I saw something. There is something. Yeah.
So the other thing that I didn't touch on, but Max should have been on here. I guess it's just too late.
He will join.
Okay. So Max Sinclair owns AI eCom tent. Oh, there he is there. I was just talking about you.
Oh. How are you doing? I'm very good.
We were just talking about it. That's so funny.
So like I just said, Max Sinclair, who magically it was all AI. Max right now is AI generated.
I'm not even sure if it's him. I mean,
yeah. So he has eCom tent, and it is an absolutely great app. And some of the new things that have come out. So this is another area for AI. So images. It's always important to get these images. People complain it costs too much. Well, with Max's app, and I'm going to let him take it from here, but it's about the images, but not only the images, it's the infographics that you can do now, and they don't look bad at all. So do you want to take it from there, Max?
Don't look bad at all. We'll take that. Yeah.
No, they look good. They look great. Okay.
Hi guys. Sorry for being slightly late. I'm over in San Fran at the moment. So in the hub of AI, it's been really exciting. I don't know what the question was.
Just to explain, like we were talking about AI and different types of AI that you could use for your listing, and we're just getting on to your app.
Cool. So we've just released something that's been 2 months in the work, which is basically a big upgrade on the base model. So at eCom, we're not training models from scratch. We're fine-tuning on top of the existing public models out there, and our fine-tuning means that you could put your product into like an AI system. Imagine Midjourney but for your product. But we're kind of in taking that bet. We took the bet that these base models are going to continue to improve, and the latest Stable Diffusion is incredible. We literally this week finished this, and it's I encourage people to go and check it out. It's pretty amazing what it can do for the product lifestyle images.
Okay. Now I saw your email that just came out. I think it was just yesterday with a couple of notes, but can you just explain exactly, and Amy, pipe in, if you have any suggestions about how your app has really revolutionized the way that we can use images and the cost of it. So can we just go through the prime image, the different types of infographics, or what your app can really do when it comes to infographics?
Yeah, so in terms of the infographics, we started to notice like a repeatable pattern for success on Amazon, which is obviously what everyone wants to look at, which is broadly, you generate an infographic with like 5 bullet points of this is why you should buy my product. You have like a picture of your product, and then kind of like a relatable background. So if you're selling a pillow, maybe it's like a bedsheet background, something like this. And that's what we're focused on. That's kind of optimizing that, which is like the second image after your main one, is what we're focused on. We're also thinking about how you can optimize the main image, and you can't do this yet, but like, spoiler alert, we're going to get there, of kind of putting if you're selling like, I don't know, Diet Coke, putting like a splash of like black looking liquid behind it, or if you're selling tea, like having kind of like mint leaves in front of it. So that's definitely something which we know works well, and we are, yeah, it's kind of our next like big internal project. But yeah, right now you can generate all your A+ content on our tool. You can do the you can do those kind of like second infographic very well. And yeah, we're looking to do that main image one now. That's kind of our next bigger target.
Okay, Amy, any thoughts? Or Mikkel?
I love AI imagery. That's what I'm really the most into in terms of product development, right? So I like our ability to be able to visualize essentially our wildest dreams. So, you know, and I've learned so much from Max about prompting imagery, because that's one of the hardest things to do. Is every generative AI tool has a little bit of a different prompt structure. And so, you know, all of us with ChatGPT, I tell people, like, just have a conversation, treat it like it's your buddy, like it's okay. You don't have to have the perfect prompt, like just have a conversation. But with the generative AI tools, you know, I use all sorts of different ones. I've played around with Max's tool, eCom. I also use Adobe Firefly and Midjourney. And another one that I learned about recently is called Ideogram, and it actually does text pretty well. Kevin King told me about that one. So, you know, there's just some really, really great image tools out there. DALL-E is stepping up their game. You know,
Yeah,
originally we were all kind of like ignoring DALL-E because we're like, it's terrible compared to, you know, some of these other ones. And now they're just really stepping up their game. But for me, I think there's so much you can do with images. And if you start to learn a tool and you start to learn how to prompt AI images, there's so much you can do with backgrounds. There's so much you can do with logos. It's really incredible. And for me personally, as a product developer and brand owner, I love imagining the most amazing products utilizing these tools.
We had Vikram he's the CEO of Pictory on our podcast. And ever since he's been on, I've been using it. And the things that you can do for video. So now you've got, you know, your images, you've got what we just talked about earlier on with the titles and description, and you can do a really a decent job on creating a video from scratch or going text to video. There's so many things that you can do with it. And one last thing that I'll talk about is being able to repurpose. So you were talking about earlier on, Amy, blog articles. Well, even with your videos or images, there's so many things that you could do to repurpose all of this, especially videos, on all of the social media channels. It's fantastic. And on Amazon posts or even, well, just throughout Amazon. But I just love the way everything's going. It's really cutting down on our, you know, just the amount of hours that we have to put into it. But, and I want to make this really clear, like with our content company, all of our really good writers are now really good editors. and we're just putting out a lot more content.
Yeah, and I love how you can now take your content and turn it into videos, and vice versa. It used to be that that I was talking about that vlog generator tool that I built the other day, and I actually, part of the prompting down the line is for it to recommend images for the blogs, and I've gotten better at image prompting, and it's actually spitting out like perfect. Like I've been able to use the images for those blogs immediately. So just taking a blog from, what used to take me hours. I mean, 6 to 8 hours to write a full blog, edit the images, find stock images, add text, do all the things, is now cut down to maybe an hour. I still, put my eyes on it, make sure it's got the right SEO and all of that. But it's just really incredible, like you said, Norm. And I think that people need to be thinking about, what content have you already created that's doing good for you, or that could be ranking your brand in a different way. For example, now with tools like Pictory, you can take a blog post URL, literally put it into the tool, and it'll make a video script for you. It'll pull in the stock video, and then you can add an AI voiceover and create like an educational video for your product. Or for me, I did one of my blogs for cat care, how to trim a cat's nails. I literally put the blog post URL into Pictory. It picked it up and ran it through, added some awesome stock video to it. And then I added some subtitles and AI voiceover, and I was able to upload that video to Google, put it into YouTube, right? Embed it onto the blog for more backlinks. And now I'm getting more traffic to that blog, because now I'm ranking higher on Google and I have more reliable backlinks. So I think just not even creating new content is great, but even repurposing your old content, really incredible.
I can just plus one. It's not really AI, but I can plus one on the blog. Like we are like, and this is completely true. We used to get about 100 clicks on our website a day, and we were one blog that just went absolutely viral, and it was like kind of random. And we now get 2,500. And the reason it's gone is we've gone from like number 17 on Google to like number 7 on Google on average. So like it's been like, it's funny how like it's free. It's like out of all we don't actually invest in paid marketing, but like it's a free tool just to kind of create these blogs. You just need like just one to hit off, and it's the results can be quite incredible.
I was at an event this weekend, and I don't know if you know Andrew Erickson, but he was up on stage before me. So he was doing a presentation, and then all of a sudden he said something about the here's Norm Farrar talking about the 5 things he does with his beard. Now, he just took my voice off of a podcast, put it into 11 Labs, and the voice, he did this with Kevin King too. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, that is me. That's me. Everything and how I pause, and it absolutely was me. And I listened to Kevin's, and it was a slight hiccup on one thing. Other than that, my eyes were closed and I could not tell it was Kevin. It's so interesting the way things are going. A little scary too.
Yeah, and we had in a different direction. We had that in the UK. Like there's like these fake of the Labour Party leader, these fake like voices of like fake hot mic moments, which are just like not real, and they're like going completely viral. So it's going quite a dangerous way. But yeah.
Oh boy. So Amy, or no, Mikal.
Yes.
So how are you using AI with what you're doing right now?
Mostly, so actually I want to tell a little story. So when me and Max did the session, this whole time he's showing stuff, I was really thinking like Q4, what can you do different? And I had this idea that, it's so important to take the time and do something on your listing that will fit Q4. So, put your product and put it with like maybe a bow, a gift, and maybe one image with a background of Christmas, something that kind of fit the product. And he already had it ready. So I was like so amazed. And since then, every one of my clients, I'm like telling them, hey, let's do one image. Can we change one of your images and do something with the Christmas background? And everybody loving it. Like everybody's loving this idea. So yeah, I get to play with the tool. And I think that's those things that, in the past, like if we look at big brands, they will always invest tons of money to create commercials for Christmas, to create new images with Christmas, and we don't have the budget. So now it doesn't even cost you a lot. You need maybe 1 hour of your time, and maybe $100 is as much as a good tool is worth, and you can use it for many things, and you can look like the most professional brand, expensive brand that you're gonna impress your customer. So I think that's like what we can do now. Like we can be the smallest brand. We can just start a brand in our garage and have just one product, but we can look to the world like we're this huge brand. So I think that's what AI can really help you right now.
Yeah, I was trying to do something for this. So I was going to create a video and I was going to show a Walmart video, and I put in all my information. I put in a script, and actually I just points, and then I got it to write the script, and then I put it into a text to video. I'm watching, I'm going, wow, this is good. This is really good. And then this drone flies down, and it comes into the store, and it was Costco. So what I'm saying is that you have to check your output, before you publish anything, because that would have been my Walmart video, but it was shots of Costco.
That's funny. Yeah, we definitely need to be careful with AI. I think you should always double check yourself, even with content. So what I do for the past couple of years, we build content, and I really believe that human being is always better. But a lot of people don't have the budget. They cannot pay to a professional company to create a listing. That maybe they're starting, maybe they're doing wholesale. So it's nice to know that you can use the tool, that you have AI that can write your listing and your description and your content. And now you can use Wally Smarter. They have AI tools. So you put a similar item, you take an item number of a similar product, like a competitor product, and you take that item number, or if your item is already on Walmart, you can even put your item number. But I would probably recommend to take a competitor. They have kind of good, okay listing. So it's gonna take all the right keywords, and then the tool is gonna make you a whole list of all your keywords. And again, those are your Walmart keywords. So that's really important. Do not make your listing on base of your Amazon keywords. Make your, use and find your Walmart keywords. And it's gonna give you description. It doesn't gonna give you key features, but it's gonna give you description. And that's a really good start. And it's gonna show you keywords and where they're showing. So for those of you that, don't have the budget, you can do it yourself, or, ChatGPT. So I think there's no excuses. Like if I see a bad listing right now, and I know who's the seller, there's no excuses. You can do it. You can take the time and fix your listing.
A lot of the times, well, not a lot of the times, but on the other platform, they want to build brand communities. And something as a new seller, probably back, it wasn't that long ago, but most eCom sellers, or most no, I wouldn't say brands, most new sellers, they just come out of a course and they've never built a brand. And the brands that were out there, a lot of them just sucked. A lot of them, you know, some were good, but a lot of them, they just didn't know. They didn't know what to put into a logo. They didn't know the patterns. They didn't know anything about brand. So my background for 30 years is building brands. One of the things that we were able to do, and I'm not talking about me as a service, but you can do now is you can look for these prompts and very easily build out that avatar, build out your brand story without making it too crazy. Find out the colors, the templates, like all of this information. And now you can really have that brand built before you bring out that product. So if you want a product, a lot of the times, Amy, I mean, when we were selling on Amazon, you threw up a product. You didn't build a brand. I always thought you should be building a brand. And then, you know, years back, probably what, 5 years now, Amazon came out and said, we want you to build your brand community. And a lot of new people just don't know how to do it. They go to a graphic artist off of Fiverr, they get some colors that are thrown up. They don't know the taste, the palette, what they mean, and they just throw, you know, something up there. Now you don't have to do that. You've got the intelligence behind the AI that can help you build a true brand. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that the world is changing at a rapid pace. And while we have the ability to create brands and make videos and do all of these things, we also have to realize that everything about our platforms will also need to dynamically change. We see that search on Google is already changing. We see that video is now integrated into search. I think Amazon's been playing around with video lately, you know, removing things, adding things. So the overall, you know, when the internet really became popular for everyone to kind of use, in the beginning, everybody was like, oh, it's scary, you know, just like AI, right? And then the internet became very commonplace. And before we knew it, we had, you know, everybody was online, right? And then we had phones, right? And our phones in the beginning, they were like these big brick cell phones, but it was still cool to have a phone, you know, but you couldn't text on it, anything like that. And then we got texting, and then our phones started turning into little computers, right? And now they're testing wearable AI devices that basically integrate everything, translate for you on the fly. I'm headed to China in a few days, and I'm thinking about one day I'm going to be able to wear a device that is literally going to translate for me, and I'm going to be able to communicate in any language with anyone at any time, and them be right. So I think that right now it's really cool, and we should all dabble and play around with it, but we should also realize that everything that we learn and do in the AI world right now is going to be very short-lived and change at a very, very rapid pace. So it's kind of just like keep your eyes open and be ready for e-commerce to look completely different. I mean, they say that they're 30, just since OpenAI came out with ChatGPT, and, you know, this like rapid evolution. We were already using AI, you know, we have our devices in our homes, we're already very much using AI, but with that, they said that we're already 30 years ahead of where we thought we would be right now. And that's rapidly even, you know, being kind of, that's moving forward very fast as well. So I think it's interesting to think about. But at the same time, I'm trying not to be married to any of it because I realize like it's going to look completely different in a very short period of time, and we brand owners are going to need to just pay attention. And I think more than anything, human connection will become the most important thing. Because when someone can put an AI video out there that looks exactly like them, giving a talk, suddenly people actually having real human connections is going to become a lot more important. So I would say, yes, play with AI, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, but also keep your eyes open and be ready for rapid evolution of your brand and the e-commerce marketplaces.
Very good. I like it. It's kind of funny how we went full circle, if you think about it. So for a time, I used to go to trade shows. I used to meet people. I'd go to offices. I'd shake their hands. I'd sit down. It's funny because they'd usually have liquor in the back. They'd have an ashtray up front, and everybody smoked. So, but that's how old I am. But anyways, that was the days of you went and met with a buyer. You went to Walmart, met with a buyer. You went wherever, met with a buyer or a salesperson or a customer. Then voicemail came in and email and everything, and it got us away from everybody. And now, based on what you're saying, Amy, I really never thought about that. It's going to go full circle because that one-on-one contact is going to go a lot farther.
100% agree with that. Like, that's how, as I think you guys, Amy and Norm, both know, like we've not done any kind of marketing really. We've just focused on that in person, going to the event, meeting customers, talking to people, learning a lot from customers. And I think that's like when you talk about community building, it's I think in a world where like Norm's voice can be changed and say whatever, like that's going to be really important until we have robots with beards on, and then it's going to be really complicated to know what.
Norm's already doing that at events.
I saw the video. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, the future.
Yes.
I always wonder how much, I will have the chance to see things changing. And hopefully it's, sometimes I do feel like, I don't know if my kids will have, when they grow up, it will be much better what they're going to experience than us, because in our generation we always feel like this is the best time, right? And then but yeah, things are changing. The world is and it's just too fast. I think it's too fast.
Can we go around and just talk about apps for a second, and just an app or two that you might recommend to the listeners? And you can't mention your own app. Well, you can, but okay. Why don't we start with Amy? Why don't we start with you?
Okay. Well, I don't have an app. You just get me. I do AI consulting, but I don't have an app. So my favorite. One of my favorite AI tools is obviously ChatGPT. I mean, it's become my trusted tool because I use it so much. I really am enjoying Claude, and there are times when I also use Google Bard as well as Bing Chat. But I would say, because of all my saved conversations, and it being integrated into my workflows through Zapier and the Google Sheets API, I also use ChatGPT the most for things. And then my favorite imagery tools, like you name it, like Midjourney and Adobe Firefly are my favorite tools for product development and visualization. And I like to actually put both of, I like to put my prompts into both of those tools, because it's really interesting to see the differences in the products that are visualized, even based on the same prompts sometimes. But I just love visualization tools. I feel like, it really takes whatever you're doing with the NLP to the next level, with visualization. So definitely loving that. I'm loving Photoshop. Their new integrative AI for, you know, using backgrounds, things like that. Even Canva is stepping up their game.
Yeah.
I used Magic Write the other day. I took a script from ChatGPT. I opened up a Magic Write document, and it created Canva slides for me, and I got to choose my branding, everything like that. And it was really, really great. So Canva is also stepping up their game, and, you know, they're one to keep an eye on. And then I love this tool for video editing, and I actually learned this from you guys, Norm. It is called, geez, let me scroll all the way through the million things in my phone. Blink. So when you bring your video, if you're a content creator and you bring a video in, Blink will automatically add really awesome captions to your video, and it'll highlight words. I love that. I love CapCut as well for video editing, and Pictory. I mentioned them before. They're really cool for video editing and turning blogs into videos. And the other thing I like about their tool is it makes it very easy to edit videos, because it'll pull in the whole script, and then you can just delete out words and it'll immediately cut that from the video. So it's like easy to edit a video. And then the other things, we use that to turn videos into reels. We'll just highlight a sentence, export it as a reel, put it in a format. And so Pictory is great for that. And then what I use for Zoom is a tool called Fathom. It automatically joins my Zoom meetings, and it will record and transcribe all of the calls that I have, and it'll even summarize them. And then I take those summaries, and let's say I was creating some live content, I'll take the summary and I'll put it into ChatGPT and ask it to create me a post, create me a blog, whatever based on that summary. So yeah, I would say that that's kind of my normal tools. And now I've been playing around. I don't know how much Walmart is doing this yet, but Amazon is integrating AI into a lot of their tools. So today I was on my advertising manager inside of Amazon, and it had advertising recommendations. And so I actually looked, and some of the recommendations were really good, and you can accept them and auto apply those changes to your campaigns. So I'm sure that Walmart is going to be integrating those things very quickly, very soon. So yeah, writing listings, all that kind of stuff. One of my favorite listing writing tools is ZonGuru. They've got a really great tool for that.
They have a great tool, yeah.
Yeah, so I would say that that's my tool roundup.
Okay,
there's a lot of tools.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Max,
Good
how about
list.
you?
So I won't plug myself, because I don't think that's very classy. But what I will say, just to double tap on what Amy said, I did write a blog which was comparing Bard, Claude, and Google. And I think it's very interesting because, as you said, like they all serve different. I did put it in the chat. They all serve like slightly different purposes. For me, I find the most accurate one is Bing. And like if you're doing research like on ChatGPT, on Claude, even on Bard, when I say to the AI like, hey, like give me the source of this, it's kind of gobbledygook, right? But with Bing, they always provide the references on the AI summary with where they got it from. So for me, like Bing is kind of my go-to for like just quick, because as I'm sure everyone else here, like every time of the day I'm like, oh my God, someone's talking about something, I don't understand it. Maybe it's something technical, maybe it's something financial, like, so many different worlds I'm in. I've got to like just quickly like Bing it and like see what it means. And Bing is the one that I trust. And then I'm going to plug a friend of mine, actually, who is the CEO of Advite. And Advite is an AI tool which I use. And it basically looks at Reddit, and it sends you a Slack every time someone mentions something relevant to your product in Reddit. So I have it set, and basically every time someone's talking about like e-commerce and like creating listing or creating like product lifestyle images, I get a Slack it just sends me it basically immediately. And then I'm the first one on, and I go, hi, I'm the CEO of eCom. You can create lifestyle images, blah, blah, blah. And it's amazing because it's, I'm on, as I said, we're on I think they're live, but like I'm on the beta, but the tool is really, really useful. And I'm very sure that these guys are going to do well. So I would say, like, if you're a brand and like you want to hit those key terms and like be in the conversation, then I'm a customer myself. Adbyte is a good one.
Yeah,
Very,
I
very
heard
good.
about
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I did heard. I'm not sure it's that tool, but I heard about a tool that is great for, for everybody that have any kind of service, because those tools, they're gonna go all over social media, and every time there is any post relevant to you, they will you have access, and then it's a great way to
and it's about
communicate.
community, right? Like as we were saying earlier, like it's all about community. That's like how we, and like you can be there and be like, hey, like transparently, I own this business. Maybe like it's going to help you for a problem. Like here, like contact us if you want to discuss this, which you're actually not allowed to do on Reddit, but you can kind of hint for them to like, But yeah, that's one that I use quite a lot.
But it's the best way to get customer. I noticed that when you actually give somebody advice, they trust you, and it's much easier to then convert them to a customer. And even if they're not, so this is why we're here, to help. I think that's part of all of us. We just we're not running after nobody. We just want to give you guys to serve you with whatever we know.
So
yeah, I think we should add a shameless plug for Max too, because eCom is really great, and besides eCom creating really great images, Max puts out a ton of useful information on his blog. So at a minimum, you should be following Max, because he's always putting out really awesome information.
Can you put the link for your blog, please?
Oh, it's there. It's there.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think I listened to this podcast, which really influenced me, which was saying like people invest so much in PPC, and like 50% of their search comes from SEO, and like people kind of completely forget about SEO. It's completely free, and if you do stuff that is useful, Google understands that, and it like measures like how long people stay on your page, and it measures do they forward it on to someone. So like you can really build great traction for free so I'm a big proponent of SEO now. So yeah.
Great. What about you, Mikkel?
Me, I'm not a big AI expert. I'm mostly encouraging. Every time I see those tools, I send it to my team. So for my social media, I send that tool. I know what I like is for us that doing content for social media, there is a lot of tools that help you create like a whole schedule. Once you put, what's your topic and everything, they really automatically build you the whole schedule for a whole week for your social media content and where exactly to post it. And then they create you the post for everywhere and the video. So there's a lot of really cool tools that I know my team is using. I also encourage my team sometimes to use ChatGPT to do some more research. Usually our content is still being written, but we do use the ideas and get sometimes if they need some little bit more information, it does help. But I'm encouraging them really to use all these tools. We use of course like Bard and ChatGPT, and I like it now because right now most of your browser that you're using, it's already coming. When you search for something, it's already all the AI is there, it's giving you. So it's make it so easy. You don't need to actually go into ChatGPT, just like when you open your Google or Bing, it's already populating everything. So yeah, I think it's too much tools. Like I have a whole list of tools that I want to check. It's too much and too fast. So it's hard to keep up. So yeah.
So what Max was talking about before, that last app, and you were saying you were able to respond really quickly. It looks like you're on it. It looks like you're an authority. And I've always had this saying, authority equals trust equals sales. So you build the authority, you get the trust, you get the sale. So that's a great way in, just working with that one app. I've got a couple here that I'll share. And I don't know how popular they are, but Crystal. So has anybody heard of Crystal? Okay. If you're talking to people all day long and you're on LinkedIn, so I work with LinkedIn quite a bit, Crystal will tell you before you get on the phone with the person exactly who that person is, how to speak to them, what not to say, what to say, and it builds out a personality profile in a matter of a second. And it is bang on. So that's called Crystal. It's something that you can subscribe to.
So how does it connect with LinkedIn?
All you do, it's a plugin, and it'll just open up on the side. And as soon as you type in the person's name, it'll populate it. And then,
I wonder what it's going to say about you. How should we talk to you?
Yeah, I'm really curious now about my Crystal profile.
Yeah. Oh, geez. The other one, I haven't tried it out, but I am going to try it out soon. I just liked what I saw. It's called Motion, and it is a time management tool that will help shuffle around your appointments and your inbox and everything like that. I haven't tried it though. It just looks pretty cool. We talked about Zapier earlier on, and I am not very good with automation when I go into Zapier. I know people say it's easy, but my zaps always break. So what I've done is I've used the plugin for ChatGPT 4, and now you can make these zaps very easily and do exactly what you want. You just have to have a Zapier account. One other one, I really love this one, frequently.ai. And it's good for Walmart. It's good for Amazon. If you need to do a plan, what they've done is they've just taken all of the terms of service and plugged it in, and it'll write you a plan of action. You got to read it over. That's one. Another one, when you have really crappy images and they're just low res, they look low res, so they're a little blurry. You can go to I think it's called PickWish. You upload it for free, and it just takes a low res image, turns it into a high res image, and anything that was blurry is now sharp and crisp. For notes, and this will be my last one, you can go on forever, but for notes, I use Firefly, and it does exactly like what yours does, Amy. It gives you just a summary, and then you can take that summary and you can send it out to people. It's just such an easy tool to use, and it's dirt cheap. So that's it for the apps. I hope everybody listening had their pen and paper out. So it's been an hour. I think, I don't know if we could just go around the room once and just like one final word from everybody, and then we can just call it a day. The summit will be over. Why don't again, Amy, let's just go to you again. You start, your name starts with A.
I'm still writing down all the tools that you just mentioned, Norm. You just went on a tangent and now I need a list. So I totally missed what your question was. Is anyone else out there that needs a list of what everything that all of these amazing people just said? Like Max gave a bunch of tools. I'm signing up for Max's Advite recommendation now. They actually vet you though. They want to make sure that you are who you say you are, which is cool. So but what am I supposed to be doing, Norm?
All I did is last word, anything to the listeners.
I made that very complicated. I'm sorry, you guys. Last word, just get out there, have fun, and let us, connect and let us know what you're doing with your Walmart listings, with your AI tools. We want to hear from you. I just really had a great time. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad that you were on. Okay. Oh, there is a question.
I want to say thank you to Amy too. Okay.
From Chad. I need an AI tool that can help me read my scribbling because I am trying to write everything down. Me too. Me too, Chad.
Thank you, Chad. I feel the same way.
How about you, Max?
Well, I mean, I'm with Amy. Like, I'm just I'm very interested in how, I'm not technical, but I have like done like Mila in Canada where you are, Norm. I've done like a kind of deep learning course, and I learned a bit of AI and Amazon. So when I hear something like Crystal, I'm just like, how could it possibly know this? Like I'm just like now like my brain is like, how can it know someone's personality from their post? Like it's very interesting. And I don't know, but also like when I was like Amazon, I would not obviously put my personality on LinkedIn, and now like I can do whatever I want because you were the founder, so it's kind of like a lot easier to do that. But yeah, I'd be super interested to do that. But yeah, thanks for having me. It's been great, and be in contact if if you have any questions. I'm happy to. I think they have my email, but yeah, happy to talk.
Yeah, and also, so we should mention how do people get a hold of both of you? So Amy, why don't you give us your contact information?
What are you going to use it for, Norm?
Oh, you know what I'm going to use it for.
I'm just kidding. Okay, you guys, you can find me anywhere around this, social media space. My alias is Amazing at Home. So, you can check out our Facebook group. We have a great Facebook group for eCom sellers, just helping each other out. And then you can visit me at amazingathome.com. We have contact information there. You can book a call there, all that other kind of fun stuff. And looking forward to connecting with everybody.
She has amazing events and trips all over the world. So check it out. Yeah, fantastic. All right, Max, how do people get a hold of you?
I'm max at econtent.ai. If you want my email, my most active social media is LinkedIn. Sadly, I'm like quite active on LinkedIn, as Norm said. So you can find me there, and I'm posting some random stuff about AI or e-commerce probably every other day.
So if you want to know a bit more about Max, get Crystal, and you'll know exactly how to talk to him.
Yeah, exactly. You know how to approach me.
Okay, I think that's it. Mikal.
Yes.
3 days.
3 days. Yeah. Wow. That was fun. I can say it is a lot. I know Amy did a couple of summits. I was asking her the other day, how did you manage to not to get too stressed? It is a lot of work. I hope you guys took out a lot from the summit, and I hope you like all the session. And please give us some feedback. We would love to hear any feedback, good, bad. Give us some likes, share. Tell your friends. The summit is over, but again, everybody can still purchase the recording. We're going to keep it for a while. This offer that you guys can get all the access pass with all the recording and all the bonuses from all our speakers. And again, we want to say thank you to all our sponsors. But before that, let's do some giveaways, and then we're going to thank all our sponsors and our producer. And yes, no.
If Amy or Max have to go, you've already taken up an hour of your time, and we'll probably be a few minutes here. By all means, get back to your life.
Thank you guys for having us. We really
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Max.
All right. Thank you. See you later. Okay. So, Mikal, why don't we just, we've got big prizes tonight.
Oh yeah, really big. So we have a couple of prizes, and we want to really thank our sponsors, because without them we could not put that summit. It is taking a lot. We worked on that for 3 months, and we were just talking. I was talking to Nicole and told her the next one we need to start 5 months in. Because it's a lot to bring you all these amazing speakers and amazing topics and amazing offers. But everybody I was talking to, they were super excited about the summit and giving us prizes. And, a big thank you to also Helium 10 that gave us all those prizes that I think they're worth over 15K. So really thank you, Helium 10. And thank you, Seller Grade, for again sponsoring and supporting us. And also we have a couple of winners from there. So you guys, we post on the groups, you guys go and try out. Celebrate is an amazing tool to really help you with your Walmart, monitoring your listing, getting some kind of a dashboard. You can email from there to your customers. You can have your VAs using that tool as well. It's, we will bring them probably to one of our podcasts or webinars to learn a little bit more about this really amazing tool. So go check them out. They have a free trial. And thank you for VIA. So VIA, thank you. They're also supporting our podcast since we started. So VIA trained VAs that know everything about Amazon and Walmart. So you get a VA, you don't need to train them and explain to him, how your seller account work, or how to communicate with your customers, or do returns or refunds, or get reports, or create shipments to WFS. And they already know everything. So it's great to have a VA that is trained. I personally train them, and we still train them constantly. So they are kind of, we're keeping up with them. So making sure you get a VA that knows everything. And Quartile. So they're one of the biggest ads management companies out there. And
they are the biggest.
Yeah, they are. They have like, what is it,
5,500 clients, 2 point some odd billion dollars in ad spend. Yeah, wow. So they also they do in Walmart as well. And if you're new to running ads on Walmart, they have the most, like, if you don't grab this offer app, if you're new to Walmart ads, they will manage your account for free for 1 year. Okay, they have this kind of new agreement with Walmart. Walmart know their quality, and Walmart is really working with all their partners to, bring in sellers and recommending partners, and they're doing just really amazing with that. So check them out. And Connect Books. Again, if you're selling multi-channel and need help connecting all your books in one place, check out Connect Books. And eCom Creative Team, that is my team, my amazing team. If you need help optimizing your listing or anything Walmart, growth consulting, or really anything, feel free to reach out. We will help you or recommend somebody else that can help you. And Honeywell, do you want to tell us a little bit about? Oh, we also have Colin. Yeah, we've got Colin as well, but Honeywell Worldwide. So it's a fulfillment center. We help with supply chain management, but probably one of the biggest reasons sellers come to us is we have something called Tariff Terminator. It's a free service, and 80% of eCom sellers don't realize they're paying too much for their tariff taxes when they come in. HTS, their HTS codes are wrong, which means you're paying too much. So we'll go out, we'll make sure that you get a legit HTS code, and you end up saving money. I was at an event the other day. Well, actually a month or two ago, the guy that won just sent me an email saying we saved him $17,000 on one container. So the cost, if we save you money, is usually $500, but we give $100 off for anybody who's listening. So yes, you win, we win. And now on to Colin. So Colin's best-selling book, Start, Scale, Exit, Repeat, is on the market right now. Tomorrow, it'll come out as an Audible book, but I think there's a few hard copies left, but you can get the Kindle version by October the 31st. They'll have a bunch of hardcovers that come in. But if you can get a hardcover, it's the first print. So that's kind of cool. And that's it for the sponsors.
Yes. So let's do some prizes.
Yes.
So let me see. Let me make sure I got all the names, because we got a lot of stuff in here. All right. So let's start with Seller Great. They were given 5 membership. We already announced the first one was Tracy. Tracy Shelley, you got a membership for 1 month for Seller Great. There again, everything when we give you guys membership, it's the good ones, not the basic one. You get like really good memberships. With Helium 10, you will get a diamond that have all the Walmart tools. So that was really important for us. Make sure you guys getting access to all the Walmart tools. So Seller Great, we have 4 more winners. So Roger Smith, Stefania Adams, David Rhodes, and Tony Temple. And so again, we're gonna follow up with emails. So it will take us a couple of days. So please stay patient and watch your emails, and we will email you all the winners because we have a lot. Actually, like Norm says, too much, but I think it's never too much to give people some prizes. So let's go to the the biggest one, right? Let's go a couple more. All right, so we have Helium 10 12 months membership. So 12 months membership. The first one is Dotan. You won Helium 10 12 months membership, diamond membership. And the second one is Chuck Bowling. So Chuck Bowling, you won again Helium 10 12 months membership. So again, thank you, Helium 10. And thank you guys for joining the summit. And I have 2 more prizes, and then we're done. All right. So Vivian, congratulations. You won 3 months for Wally Smarter. So again, another amazing Walmart tool that have AI already in it to create your listing. So Wally Smarter, 3 months membership. Congratulations. And the last one, I really wanted to spend some time with one of the people in here. So I'm going to give you 45-minute coaching with me. And the winner is Sophia. So Sophia, you won, and you're gonna need to spend some time with me, hopefully one day soon. So congratulations, Sophia, and everybody that wanna stay. Again, we're gonna keep those groups active for a while. We're gonna continue put content in here. Make sure you also join in our Selling on Walmart Marketplace Facebook group. In that group, we go live every Thursday. We have usually a podcast, and the week following that we have live Q&A. So we're always gonna update you with everything new with Walmart. So make sure you guys come into the podcast. And if you really want to work closely with me and get non-stop training, you are welcome to come and try our Walmart Elite Mastermind. So I did something really nice and generous. So I will give you guys 70% off the first month. You just need to use the coupon code POWER 70% off, and you can get an amazing deal just to try it out. So we will post everything. Anything else, Norm?
No, I think that's it. I mean, we've got so many giveaways for the All Access Pass. Like you were talking about,
The bonuses, yeah.
It's 19 different ones. Just Sean's $3,000 in tools and information. Kevin's coupon book has got tens of thousands of dollars in discounts. It's crazy to say, but there's so many different bonuses and discounts that are available. Check it out. So the All Access Pass is $99. You get access to all of the videos that happened today, and or all 3 days, and it gives you access to these 19 different bonuses, and there's probably a couple more that'll trickle in, but yeah, it's $99, so
yes,
not too bad.
Yep, check it out. So again, thank you so much, and we will see you in the next summit in 2024, and hope everybody stays safe. And yeah, just
I got one thing, Mikkel. Join the Facebook group. So we have
we already said that.
Yeah, but the other Facebook group.
Which one?
Selling on Walmart Marketplace.
Yeah, I that's what we talked about it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the summit, eCom Power Summit.
No. Yeah, guys, just stay in the groups and join the Selling on Walmart Marketplace. So we have another group. We're gonna post the link. So make sure you check in this eCom Power Summit group, because we're gonna post a lot of stuff and bonuses in the next few days, and the links for everything and everywhere you can find us and hang out with us. So we will be posted there.
Okay, so that's it for today. 3 days down, and we will see you in 2024. That's it, Mikkel. Thank you so much.
Thank you for Nicole.
Yes,
thank you.
Nicole,
Without
our
you,
producer.
we wouldn't able to do that. So thank you, Nicole, and we'll see you guys.
Okay, everybody. See you later.